Welcome to episode 8.
Wow.
There goes the car. Welcome to episode... It's not the train, it's the car. Welcome to episode 8, where Craig and Drew built a racing sidecar unit. I'm Craig from RDH Garage.
And I'm Drew from Hellbenders Racing Team.
Today we're going to set the timing and adjust the valves. I believe that's pretty
I've
much
never
what
done
we're
that. I've never set points timing.
So we're going to use a test light and accomplish that mission.
Because unlike Craig, I don't really love the old stuff. I mean, I respect it because it's cool looking, but I mean, this guy, he's like, if it isn't born before me, I don't want it.
Something like that. I don't like all the electronics that can go bad, but
Yeah.
there's a balance there between
Yeah.
advantages and disadvantages.
So I'm getting to learn something new today. Pretty excited.
So we're going to do two things here. We're going to set the point gap first, and then we're going to set the actual timing of when the points fire. So that's two separate processes. To set the point gap, we have an advanced unit on here to advance the timing, etc., but it also gets in the way of setting the point gap. So I removed the advanced unit. So this is the handy dandy tool from EME that has both a feeler gauge for the points and the tool that fits over the camshaft where the advanced unit sat. The cam has high lobes on each side and has lower lobes. So it opens and closes the points when the engine's running. But this is set at the highest level. So this tool is fitting over the cam, and it's right where the points ride on the cam. There's a little Bakelite thing that this points ride on. You want to make sure that that's lubed also with some dielectric grease when we're all done here. We're just going to slide this in. It's a little bit loose now. We're going to unscrew this screw here, the adjustment screw. There's a little notch in here that you can stick a screwdriver in and just push the points one way or the other. We want a little bit of drag. That feels pretty good to me, so I'm going to stick that in. I'm going to tighten this screw very gently so it doesn't move the points again. Recheck. Feels good. So that's setting the point gap. Now we'll move to the next thing.
Crank this to the S mark, but don't do anything. It's actually right on the S mark.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now that we've set the point gap, we're going to set the timing of when these points just open. To do that, we have a test tool which has a battery-operated deal that normally tests continuity. The advantage of the light is you can see when it's just flickering, that's when those points are just opening. That's where you want to get that as you're turning the engine just a little bit. And that would be perfect timing. Also, wanted to point out, I've been told to disconnect the condenser because you don't want to send any voltage through the condenser. It won't hurt anything to do it. Just remember to reconnect the condenser when you're done. The points are actually touching right now, so we want to back it off. It's fun. You don't want to loosen up too much. Oh, there we go. So what you want to do is be turning in the direction of the engine. We're going to have some success here at adjusting valves. So the first thing you want to do is set the flywheel to top dead center, the OT mark in the window here. And you want to make sure it's on the correct side, because it could be OT, but it could be that it's on that side, top dead center, not this side.
If I understand you right, this goes down, and then when it starts to come back, I start looking for the OT mark. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct. Because the top dead center of the valve both valves will be closed.
Will be closed, so both these are all the way up.
That's starting to come
now
back
it's starting
up.
to move
now
up.
we look for OT.
The OT.
Okay.
Okay. Wait a second, I need a flashlight because I'm old. Even though you painted it white. The F, there's the S. Alright, so we're coming up on OT, and I think that's right there.
Okay, so now
wanna
we'll
double
touch the
check?
center. And the valves are loose too. If one side's loose and the other side's tight. You know you're on the wrong side if you could do this and nothing happens.
Got a 10, 15, and 20 in my little valve kit. Okay, which one do you want for this one, since that's where we're going to start?
This exhaust 20. So what I'm doing is I'm sticking the feeler gauge in here. I'm also pressing on the back side of this to make sure it's open fully. I slide this in, and it should just have a little bit of drag. You know, that one I'd probably tighten up just a little bit. There's a little bit of drag, but I like to feel a little more drag. For the intake, we can just check that just to see.
And that's the 15.
15.
That's actually not bad.
That's actually the way I like it. Just a little bit of drag, like right in here in the inside portion. And loosen this. We have to kind of hold this and loosen in tight. And not move the whole bike. There we go. So now, I think I just loosened up a little bit. So this is actually what tightens the valve, this back portion.
So this is the lock,
Yes.
this is the lock, and the back one is the one that
tightens
adjusts
or
the
loosens
valves.
the
Okay.
valve. Yeah, okay.
So we want the 15 again. You want to adjust that? I could use a little. There, that feels pretty good.
If I can hold it there, that's
All right, well, you feel it first, and then I can hold one while you
okay.
tighten the other.
Okay.
So we have,
You want to feel this?
yeah, just see what you think.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, you want to do this? Now we want to torque this now. I don't know what the torque rating is off the top of my head.
You don't know the torque rating off the top of your head. Oh my
So,
gosh.
okay, what did you set this for?
It's set for 144 inch-pound.
Okay,
44.
let's get the wrench on there when I'm torquing. Sure. Ready?
Mhm.
Slowly. Okay, let's double check it. Now, this feels pretty good actually. Now, if you find that the racers like 10 and 20 instead of 15 and 20, that's fine. Okay. I don't know. You know, everybody has their opinions.
I'd have to actually ask Dan May. He's the BMW guy.
Had a really tight screw here, and we tried PB Blaster and everything else, and the screw was just stripping out the flathead screw. So I got a real tiny punch. I'm getting on the edge of the screw. Right on the edge. I'm just going to do this counterclockwise and tap it with the hammer. See? Screw starts moving.
Nice.